coming toward my way.
Coming out the three sides towards Central.
New at 6, body police camera video showing the moments deputies say a 12-year-old boy and 14-year-old girl opened fire on Volusia County deputies with an AK-47 and a pump shotgun. The shooting happened last night at a home in the Enterprise community.
And now Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood is criticizing Florida's juvenile justice system, saying it is not equipped to handle the kinds of crimes teens are committing these days. Tarek Miner joining us now with more. Tarek.
And let's take another look at that newly released body camera footage that you see here. Part of it shows a deputy hiding behind a tree, giving commands to other deputies who surrounded this home. After multiple attempts to get the children to surrender, the gunfire continues, and the 14-year-old girl is eventually shot by a deputy in the chest. So the girl was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and today the sheriff said she's in stable condition. The 12-year-old boy was not injured, but Sheriff Mike Chitwood says the children had a bad history of behavior and that the system failed them.
We're arresting these kids in the state of Florida for violent crimes, and the Department of Juvenile Justice wants to put them into places that can't handle them.
Now, you may recall just last week, 7th District State Attorney R.J. Larissa also said Florida's juvenile justice system is ill-equipped. He was talking about the murder of 13-year-old Tristan Bailey in St. Johns County. Investigators say she was stabbed to death by 14-year-old Aiden Fucci, who is now charged as an adult. We spoke with our crime and safety expert about if anything can be done with our juvenile justice system.
What the hell is the Department of Juvenile Justice doing, sending these kids to places that can't handle them?
A furious sheriff takes aim at Florida's Department of Juvenile Justice system after a 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl opened fire on Volusia County Sheriff's deputies, as seen here on this body camera video.
Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the gun down now!
After escaping their foster home, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood says the teenagers broke into this house, finding an AK-47, a pump shotgun, a handgun, and 200 rounds of ammunition.
Stand by. Shots fired at me again. Juvenile male fired that round.
This is something I've never seen in 35 years of policing, and I'm sad to say, thank God my career's starting to come to an end, because I don't know what the future of law enforcement looks like in this country.
The kids opened fire on deputies from a bedroom window, the pool deck, and the garage in a shootout that continued for more than an hour. Deputies didn't return fire immediately because of the kids' ages, only choosing to return fire when the 14-year-old girl exited the garage and pointed the shotgun at deputies.
She's down behind the garbage can.
He's right there.
All right, guys. Let's just chill. Everybody hold up. Take a break. Billy, get back. Come on.
I think the female's down.
Stand by.
We really need to be exposing the Department of Juvenile Justice. It's a failure, it's a fraud, it's a fake. And when you hear about this restorative justice for juveniles, it's bull. It's bull.
I understand his anger because his deputy could have been killed. With regards to the juvenile justice system, it's fractured. It needs a lot of work, and it has needed a lot of work for a long time.
Crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson says he agrees with Sheriff Mike Chitwood, saying Florida's juvenile justice system needs to take a 180-degree turn and look at its policies and practices. He says far too often juveniles avoid punishment because of their age, especially juveniles who repeatedly commit adult crimes.
Well, I hope more and more of these incidents don't happen, but if they do, our legislators have got to open their ears and their eyes to what's going on. Yeah, it's an enormous task to reform it, but if we don't start sometime or the other, it's just going to continue to get worse. It's going to fester, and it's going to get worse and worse.
Now, Jefferson also told me he thinks that civil citations do have their proper place in the criminal justice system. He says they serve as a deterrent to encourage teenagers not to get in trouble again. But Jefferson says each and every case has to be scrutinized individually, saying that habitual teenage offenders, they don't need tough love. They need jail sentences.